Ira? Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Aya reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand, and with a loud grunt, she shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Hiya! No one sneaks up on the great Kunichi Ira. Oh, Taka Boy. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? Kunichi, more like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taka Boy. Better that you learn that now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in the big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, ha! This one time, I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was like when I was 8. Well, obviously I can't go hide from my match, but one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little bit. Taka Boy, are you serious about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Aya seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually she snapped her fingers and grabbed tight hold of mine. Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine I know, but it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and a bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine. Something of value. I guess I'll have to get something of value before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. No, Taka Boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you the easiest way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along? Not even for a little while? Afraid so, Taka Boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Aya's return, quick preparations were made, and I followed her directions, noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to get my way back, in case I got lost, was a bit sketchy. Just look down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ikikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aya's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living there, perhaps some secret martial arts master. I thought of a hermit living and hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil. It started to dwell in my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact, aside from the shrine itself, the ground surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took me a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded the map I had been given. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more, nothing less. Female voice. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces.